No is one of the most difficult things we can ever say. We're not taught how to do that. And my hope with tonight is that by the end of this, I completely change your mind fundamentally about that. Literally, no is the most loving thing you can ever say to anybody. But we're taught it's the exact opposite. We're taught it's yes. So that's my goal for as you walk out of here with a completely different understanding. And how I want to start with that, to give you an idea, I've always kind of felt the best way is a story. And I want to tell you one about my second wife. I've only had two. But during that marriage, we were about 1.5 years into it. And we were having an argument. Now, I had learned after my first marriage, I went to see a counselor, I'd learned about boundaries and how to fight effectively without destroying each other. And at one point during the argument, she turned to me and she said, "Kenny, when will you stop being so goddamn boundaried and just tell me what you really think and feel?" And I paused. And I went, "Don't do it, Kenny. Don't do it. She's just scared. You need to be strong for her and for you." And then another voice came in and I said, "Yeah, but I want her to like me. I want her to love me. Isn't that what you're supposed to do? Give them what you want, right? You're married. I'm supposed to give her what she wants." And so I did. I dropped my boundaries and I let her have it. I let her have all of it. And for the next several years, that's all I did. What I didn't realize was that one little yes in that moment was the day our marriage died. It took me several years to realize it, but it died that day. Now, part of why this dies, or what happens when we give into that, is we lose ourselves, all right? When we walk away from our morals and values and our needs and wants, we start to lose ourselves. And that one little yes turned into me losing my sobriety after almost 20 years of not drinking. I started drinking again. A massive escalation in my sex addiction. And what's even worse, an imperceptible distance that crept into our marriage. That's what yes does, is it creates this subtle shift that you don't even recognize till years later. It's gone.
We're taught with like marriage and relationships that we're supposed to compromise and things like that to make things work. How does that come in line with that, with marriage being about sacrificing?
Remember, yes? You only sacrifice when it fits within your morals and values and your needs and wants. Because if you don't, if you give yourself away like I did with both my wives, you're not loving them. See, that's the crux of the matter. That's what everyone does. That exact thought, I have to do this. This is love. No, it's not. If it goes against who you are, it's not loving. You're not telling them authentically who you are. So how could they love you? Because you're not there. This image that you're projecting is going, "Yeah, I love you, I'll do whatever you want." And inside you're going, "Son of a bitch. I can't believe I did that for him." Where's the love in that? Now, if it fits, if it fits within your reserves, or you want to adjust your morals and values like my ex-wife did, then okay, that's how you compromise. That's a loving compromise. Here, I'll say something absurd. Okay? What if your husband decided, "You know what? I think I'm going to start killing people." Now, if you'd love me, you'd support me because you're my wife. Till death do us part, honey. Now, that's absurd, but that's literally what happens. You owe me. No, what I owe you is the authenticity inside, the authenticity of who I am. And the only way I give that to him is when I say, "That doesn't work for me." I love that phrase. That's wonderful, but that just doesn't work for me. You get to go do it. I'll let you do it. Now, if it's something that falls out, like I wouldn't be okay with someone who wants to kill people, I would divorce or I'd stop the dating, I'd move on. That's just, it doesn't work for me. Now, it may work for you. I can't control you. You may be perfectly in love with that. Then this guy's great. Like, you're happy. What's there to complain about? That's the confusion. You are not lovingly compromising when you go against who you are. You're abusing him. That's the truth. That's what I did to my ex-wife. I abused her. but I called it love. I was trying to rip her off. Okay? Does that help you?